All right. This is going to be called According to Low Elo, and Tyler and myself, I'm Dean.
I'm
Are
Tyler.
Yep, and we're going to be you see, I don't know, I know LS does patch breakdowns, breakdowns. I know Freak does. I don't think I've ever seen like low elo people, and low
Yeah,
elo as in.
usually smart people or people that are good at this game doing patch rundowns, not complete idiots.
So I mean, this is going to be a different perspective where we might not be the best at the game, but we're gonna try to
Help you through some, definitely help you through some iron. That's for sure. Get
get
you through bronze and at least up to silver at the very least.
maybe get gold to get that victorious.
That'd be great.
Um, so yeah, a little. I guess we'll say I think we've both been playing for 7 years. I think we started at the same time.
Yeah, I found this game from some people talking about it on the internet, and then just decided like I've never heard of this game. Like I keep seeing the name come up, so
Never played
so
MOBAs
I'm gonna
either.
try it. No, oh, never, never. We played StarCraft with each other, and guarantee you, we were not good players
No,
at
we're
the
not.
game.
Nope. So yeah, I think it
Um,
was the beginning of season 4. It was
is yeah, it
season
was the
four
end of
pre.
season three, right
Mhm.
when Jinx came out, right?
Right. I think that's right. That sounds about
It was
right.
Jinx, and then I think it was Yasuo, like the week or 2 weeks later, whatever
Hmm.
it was right there. And I remember I can picture the homepage.
I
That's when they
fucking
had the
miss those, dude.
songs.
I miss those so
Yeah,
much.
they had the moving animation and then the songs with them and stuff like that. Because then they did, I think, was it? Oh, it was Rumble. It was
The
Super
Super
Galaxy
Galaxy.
Rumble.
Yep, I remember that too.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn. I
Good
think
times. Good times.
yeah, so I guess briefly before we start this, I am mainly a top lane main. Play a lot of Urgot, a lot of Tom Kent's gonna play that before that fucking gets nerfed, because you know it's gonna get nerfed.
Totally
And
gonna get wrecked here coming soon.
currently Gold 2. I've peaked Gold 1 like the past 3 years. I can't remember when I first did whatever. And
All right, well, that's a lot better than me. All right, I've been like silver. I think I've peaked silver one like 99 LP. Got into promos and then didn't win a promo and tumbled all the way back down to like 0 LP silver two. So,
it's gonna happen
uh,
this year. You're gonna get gold. You're gonna get it.
I'm pretty close. I got damn near to promos. I had to think of 87 LP. I just need one more win, and of course that was about the time when there was a patch change, and my main for this season was no longer viable. That was Seraphine. Um, and that was the Seraphine Senna lane that we used to run a lot.
That's right. Fucking
But no, I main support. Um, Thresh is probably my longest standing played champion, and then you probably have like Leona, and then like a Nami. I prefer engage supports. I'm not that great at the enchanters. They're too passive, and if I play an enchanter, I play too weakly. So I go for something if I can go all in and just be done with it.
yeah. Okay. So this is gonna be weird. All right, let's so I got the pad notes in front of us. I got the screen. We got the little brief preview of everything. So, okay, that's TFT. Oh yeah, okay. So first I guess we'll say is the whole event where they're adding this new well, first of all, aside from the 600 points, they're allowing teamfight tactics, which you play a lot, to be
Yep.
able to like progress in the event stories, which is like why wouldn't they do that? I know because before you
I
could
think it was
also
like that in the last story, right? The
the one last
Kanmai
year.
story. Yeah, that wasn't even. Was that last year already when Yoni came out?
Yeah, that's been a year. That's
Oh
been a
God.
year. Yeah, I know. Spirit Blossom, yeah.
Yeah, Spirit Blossom.
Because last year you could also be able to. Oh, you know what? I just saw this. It says excluding hyper roll.
Oh well, I mean, even if we played a couple normals too, but I didn't get nothing. But that's all right. Hyper roll is a great way to progress. Excuse me,
Hmm.
because the games are so quick, like 15 minutes. But whatever. We'll do what we got to do to make that pass count.
All right, so chapter 3. Oh, so that comes out tomorrow. This is the day of the patch. 11:15 dropped. The
So by the
24th.
time you're hearing it, it'll probably just be coming out.
Yep. Um. Okay, so that's not that important. All right. All right. Akshan is getting released on the 22nd. All right. So
Yeah, this champion.
To be honest, when I'm pretty sure this was like 99% of everyone that just saw this champion get released was just like, this is bullshit. This champion's overpowered. But he has no hard CC. He's a marksman. He's gonna get one shot if he gets caught. And I think
Yeah,
that's his
he's
like
going full Lucian pretty much.
yeah, I mean 80
Mid
assassin,
lane, yeah,
4
mid lane marksman that does a lot of early damage. No
Camille,
CC,
fucking
but can
Camille,
stick on you. Yeah, exactly.
Camille and unlimited so the other thing
50 million
with
dashes.
his W, which is the camouflage, you get camouflage running along terrain, but um have you like looked into like everything about him? So
I
his
haven't
like
seen the whole thing since the skills were shown and the brief update, but I haven't looked at the full
so
bio or the rundown or anything.
so his W is so when an enemy kills someone on your team, they become a scoundrel for a brief. I don't remember what
Yes.
it's like 15 seconds,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's not global for him, but it's kind of like a Warwick W where you can sense it, and the area of that he can sense it is
Okay.
very large. So if like you're in mid lane, in the center mid lane, I think you can like sense a little bit past the bot lane brush. It's a large area,
Oh wow.
and so he gains movement speed running toward a scoundrel, and he also gets mana regen as well.
Okay. Okay.
And again,
The way he gets mana regen running towards the scoundrel,
yes. Otherwise, he
because
doesn't.
that's not broken.
I mean, it's fair because if he was just able to do that while just running around like nothing, then I mean, it's whatever. It's a very.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess whatever.
I mean, like, yeah, let me just that's the time when everyone thinks that they're safe. It's like, all right, we killed this guy, no one can come in and blow us up because they don't have enough mana. And here comes a guy running in with mana regen, with all of his skills up, ready to just annihilate your face and act like you were never born.
I know. I feel like I did go on PBE and just mess around with him. He doesn't seem like he has a very high scaling cap. He's pretty straightforward. I mean,
Okay,
his E swinging around has an auto lock. Like you don't have to like is I don't think he has
like,
skill shots. Okay, his Q is a skill shot, but it's like I guess his E is a little weird because you have to like you fire it out, it hooks something. You have to hit E again to swing
fake it.
around, and then you can hit
Okay.
E a third time to release it early.
Oh, so like, okay, okay, that's like a gap closer then.
Yeah, and then on kills and assist it resets.
Yeah, yeah,
Anyways, okay. So that guy comes out tomorrow. That's gonna be an interesting. I'm sure he's gonna get banned a lot.
yeah. Probably because no one knows what to do against him, and then someone's gonna play Yasuo, and the guy's gonna lose, and then everyone's gonna be like, "This champion sucks."
No, you mean the enemy also is gonna get shit on
Or
and
the enemy Osteo is going to int
no,
till he's 0 and
not
10.
even no.
You
Hold
hit
on.
that 0 and 10 power
You
spike.
mean our Yasuo that's on our team is gonna be 0 and
Oh,
10.
yeah, that one too. Their
The
Yasuo is
their
going to be
Yasuo is
10 and 0 in the
fucking
top lane.
rank one challenger. Like okay, all right. So
All
first
right.
one we got Annie, right? You wanna
Yeah,
let's see what we got.
yeah, sure, sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah, she got the Q increase from or sorry, the decrease from 80 to 75%. I
I
thought
don't,
that said 60.
dude. I can't remember the last time I saw an Annie.
I'm surprised because I don't see her ever, and so why are we further nerfing her? But maybe she's been secretly OP and high elo. This is again low elo, so
We don't.
I mean,
The dumbest shit. We played against a brand jungle earlier, okay?
maybe
So
somebody needs to call Antibot and figure out, how does this hurt you?
I wonder if she has a higher win rate support than mid lane.
That's a great question.
Because I
I
mean,
don't know.
uh,
She did get that like support buff.
the shield, yeah, yeah. I mean, I
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
5% isn't that big of a deal.
It's really not. It probably actually hurts her in support and pushes her more towards mid lane because your income and the support side is going to be a lot less. You're not going to have as much AP because you have a warding spot, and some other more utility based items. So that probably pushes her more towards mid lane, out of bot lane, if I had to guess.
Mhm. Okay, now this is another very interesting one. Speak Annie, I haven't seen in a while. I cannot remember the last Aurelian Soul I've seen in a game. That
So
champion does not exist.
I did notice looking at Blitz
Did he
that
have a
he
he had a
has like a
high
55% win rate, and
Yeah,
I don't know
okay.
who's playing this champion because
It's
I
got to be
think
like
he
one
sucks
person.
with this W.
It's got to be one person. that's playing
It's got to be
this.
like Huhi up there, just playing mid lane on Aurelion Sol because I mean, why not? He knows what he's doing. But yeah, it says here he's towing the line in elite play, and he's finally put his claw right over it, slowing him down accordingly. It's just a 1 second cooldown nerf, so it's not the biggest nerf, but obviously it's enough
It's
to
just so insane.
edge him
Like
out. But yeah, he's a niche pick anyway, so I don't think it's gonna bother anybody
I can't
who's
even.
doing it.
I mean, in my brain, I'm trying to think of a champ like a what does he beat? Does he beat anything in lane?
He's like
Considering,
a side lane roamer, so you might beat an assassin because he's not gonna. He doesn't beat you in lane.
I mean, yeah, I
He,
guess he just pushes out and then
yeah,
roams.
yeah, he's
Okay.
got that E that just lets him go anywhere. But you're right. If you don't know what you're doing with that guy, he's an awful champion. Very,
It's
very high skill cap.
I just feel like a lot of champions just destroy him. Like majority of the
Zed
time,
and
yeah, exactly. We see in gold. I see a lot of Zed. I see LeBlanc sometimes. You know, we got Lucian and Tristana mid, and that
Kali.
they could just all in him and like, well,
Yeah,
I mean, I guess, dude, I
he
haven't.
does. He would probably do okay into like a Victor because he's got the range to poke him with. But like I said, with that W change, it really makes his life a lot more difficult.
They should just rework
And
this champion.
and I could totally just see Niski being an Aurelion Soul main.
That's your boy, dude.
That is, yep,
Okay.
you caught me.
All right. So let's. We got Blitzcrank here. So Blitzcrank, this is actually a pretty dope. I'm ready to see full AP Blitzcrank now.
Uh yeah. Well, it does make him a little less scary sometimes because, like, yeah, he might blow you up, but if he misses his hook, you're just gonna
You're dead in the water.
just slap him around. You know what I mean? But like right now in his current state, if he misses his hook, you're gonna, poke him out a little bit, and then he's gonna turn around and then regen up, and then come back at half health, and you're gonna poke him again, and then you're gonna get caught by the mana barrier, and he's gonna pull you under the tower and pop you up.
I mean,
So
I still think he's. I mean, I guess again in our elo, it's not really like one sided of hard engage or enchanters, but I mean, obviously he's really good against enchanters with that
yes.
shield. Excuse me, with that shield destruction on his ultimate.
Yeah,
But
that is actually like that's a Lulu counter, and the fact that he can blow up an enchanter just on their own, just by hooking them, is actually insane
Lulu,
too.
Yumi,
Lulu, Karma.
Seraphine, yeah, Karma. Karma's a big one too.
I would say Yumi's not as bad because she's not putting that many shields on you. She's more or less just healing you and keeping you topped off. So Yumi's probably your better enchanter in that situation. But yeah, he's gonna pull you if you're an enchanter, or if he pulls your ADC, one of you are done, and then the second of you also might be done.
So I mean, I'm ready to see full AP Blitz support, just one shot people. I think
I mean,
his alt
what?
scales 100%. I think it's
Yeah,
120% now. Wow. Okay.
his rocket. Yeah, his rocket grab. Yeah, his rocket grab now 120. That does also just like indirectly buff his tank build because then he doesn't have to build so much. Like he's
Sure.
just going to be stronger in general, which is
I mean,
sucky for those of us who don't play Blitzcrank anymore because we're not one-dimensional players.
I mean, 20 base damage on every rank, and then a 20% in
AP
scale.
ratio,
That's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good.
I
That's
mean,
pretty fat.
you're probably talking even if he builds Bulwark on the Mountain, you're probably still talking like a total of 40 extra AP on that on that
Yeah,
pull. So
that's
that's
not
a
bad.
lot.
That is a lot. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot.
It is. It is for sure. And if he goes full AP with that, I mean, you could be talking.
Oh,
And
you're gonna
that's
one
that.
shot people. You're gonna grab their
I,
booty and you're gonna pop them.
I mean, I remember back in the day when you could build a Rod of Ages on Blitzcrank, and like I'm thinking of that with this
Why
rocket
did they get
grab buff, and it's so dumb.
fucking missed that? I fucking missed that item. That's a good item. Okay,
Anyways, Caitlyn.
Caitlyn. Oh, okay. She's one of my favorites. I was butthurt. Was it like 4 years? Was it 4 years ago when they changed the Runaan's interaction with her crit? It
God,
didn't
yeah, I think
count
it was that
toward.
long ago.
That gym
Yep.
was just so fucking broken with that.
Well, that was. I mean, honestly, that was broken. That shouldn't have been a thing.
It was like almost like you just auto attack twice and you have a headshot ready.
Yeah,
But so they're buffing her. The AD ratio is later. Okay, so at max rank it's 20% extra damage. That's pretty big. That's pretty fucking
that's a
big. I
lot.
mean, it starts
That's a
out at
lot.
130% AD already.
But it does decrease damage as it goes through enemies.
That's true. That first,
So that's not as crazy. Yeah, the first is it 4? I think it's 4.
I just she has good range. She's a lane bully, but I don't think she's not Kaisa. She's
See,
not,
I'm awful at that champion,
but
so
she's so broken, dude. Like,
she's supposed to be really easy, but I know her combo is the trap EQ auto combo, and I like just can't. I can't do it, so I don't have the lane bully uh, prowess that is necessary to play this champion well.
it's like I really liked Caitlyn, but I feel like
She needs some help.
she might, yeah, this is good start. I mean, obviously she's a late game
None of the
scale.
well, none of the AD mythics are really that great for her. I mean, Shield Bow is probably the best, but like realistically,
I think it's got to be
Shi Kraken is all right. I think Gale Force
I think it has to
is
be
probably
Gale
one of the other ones
Force,
too, but that just gives her an extra dash. But
but she
that
needs
gives
that
her a
shit.
closer. Yeah, that gives her a closer in the right direction. But I feel like those items don't do a whole lot for her, like they do for for Jin or for Draven, even with Shield Bow having
Yeah, the shield and the life
life
steal.
steal.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I feel like those items do better for most of the other AD carries except for Caitlyn. But then again, you do have your Ezreals and your Sivers that don't even build AD items; they build assassin items. So I mean,
True.
Caitlyn could probably get away with the Dust Blade and just poke somebody out. That
I
would probably
think
be
I've
pretty
been
gross.
a few times I've seen like a Dark Harvest
Or
Caitlyn.
Eclipse, yeah, with Eclipse.
I don't know. I think they need to do something extra. I don't know. I don't see her. I mean,
Yeah, she needs a
I
little.
see her every once in a while, at least for, well, we're not talking about pro play. Who gives a fuck about pro play here? We're
I
talking
haven't seen
about.
her in pro play in like 2 years.
I know. I think it was after the Runans got. I mean, she probably pops up every once in a while.
I mean, really, since ever since Kaisa took the throne, there's like no point in playing Caitlyn because Kaisa can just range up with you.
Yeah,
She
and
has the wave clear to sit back and do nothing and then throw a WIA every once in a while.
they even probably argue that Kaisa scales harder.
Oh, absolutely does. But that's because she has the
It's like,
multiple scaling.
so like Caitlyn, I feel like doesn't feel good until at least three items. Where if
It's
you
the
have,
first item and the third item,
yeah, like,
but that in between is awful.
but you take Kaisa, who gets her mythic, and then Collector, and she's just one shots people.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So is that all right?
Anyway,
So let's move on.
let's
Cassiopeia.
see.
Okay, again, this is another champion I
Cass.
don't see. I don't know if maybe she just has a really high scaling or skill ceiling, but
You don't see her that much. I think part of it right now too is there's a lot of assassins, and a lot of slippery
to
assassins, the
to
Akalis and the Zeds.
to be
It's
fair,
very hard to land her ultimate on a slippery assassin.
it's very. I think it's like telegraphed too. I think you can really
Yeah, oh,
tell when she's about to ulti.
absolutely,
Um,
absolutely. But her miasma is awesome.
that's a great when they added the whole grounding.
Yes,
Um,
the whole mechanic.
yes, that's a great. It's a great one. Just, 4 million fucking champions can just fly around the map, and yeah,
Yeah, I wish there was more grounding because there's only like 70 assassins with 59 million dashes.
we got ADCs that are flying around the map too. Like,
Yeah,
god
yeah. It's
damn.
like, all right, can I get some more like grounding where they can't pass through this terrain or something? Because this is insane.
So, so 10 damage on her E. I mean, I guess
Not much,
that's
just a little bit to try to get her in the door. They probably got to do more to
to
her,
be
honestly.
fair. I honestly, I
That
get
it is her auto attack though.
true. Need to spam that shit.
Yeah,
Um, to be fair, dude, like can we just get a better passive on her? I get the
yeah.
movement
The no
speed. I
boots.
get that. Like she's a snake, cool. I don't know why she's the only one that can't build boots when you got like Vel'Koz and like,
Vel'Koz. Yeah,
yeah, I don't know, man.
yeah. I don't.
Just get a better
I'm with
passive.
you.
I don't give a fuck about the E. Just can we just get a passive rework? Like,
Yep.
I
Yep.
don't know. I can't remember the last time I saw Cass, to be honest.
That means that's enough said about Cass. We'll move on to Gwen.
When, oh god, fuck this champion. All right,
The
so
E bonus. I don't even really know what this champion does because I just ban her when
so
I'm up in
it's
the top side.
so it's just okay. So it's decreased early.
Okay, so she's getting a
So
nerf. Okay.
that's actually a pretty big because you max Q first and then E. So I mean, it's gonna hurt really
Okay.
early
Okay.
that
Okay.
20%. Because fuck, this champion I feel like does not lose to anything.
Yeah, because she's literally protected from crowd control and spells,
S-
like even damage spells. It's like why she should be either one or the other.
So her,
But
her
the fact that she's in that shroud protects her from the whole thing is actually insane to me.
it I don't okay. So it's like so she's invulnerable if the person is outside it. If she's in, if the enemy is inside the shroud with you, then it's fair game. But
Which means point and clicks work, but any skill shots are
when
useless.
she's in the shroud, she gets an armor and magic resist boost. She gets like 20 extra resistance while the W is up.
That's so
I don't understand. I
stupid.
feel it's just so overloaded.
Just ridiculously tanky, and then she does do a lot of damage. I will say she does
She
damage for no
deals
reason.
a lot of true damage, and
Yeah.
she heals a fuck ton. 'Cause, every
Yep.
champion has to heal for 4 million.
Well, hold on. The caveat to that, when I first started playing this game, I was really upset by the amount of healers that didn't exist. And I mean, there was really, you had, and this is the funny one, you had Alistair, who was technically a healer with his E.
Ooh, that's true.
You had Alistair and Soraka, and there wasn't much of anybody else who had healing in their
I'm
kit.
trying to
I
think.
would say
Yeah,
Trendemir
just
and
like
Yi. That's about it. And like I don't know, when I play games that are like team based games, I usually play a supportive type or like a healer type. And when I first started, I'm like, what do you play, Soraka? She's so weak. Why would I play this healer?
yeah, yeah.
So
It's
in
like
fairness, they're like it's almost like they're making up for lost time.
they don't need to. It's and the fact that like Bramble Vest is really dog shit.
Yeah,
Like
that doesn't help. I mean, compared to all the other Grievous items that
the
are
like the
way better
middle tier
early.
ones, yeah, the middle
Yeah,
tier Grievous or it's dog shit. And
but
that's
yeah, it's like look at Executioners or Oblivion Orb. It's like why
it's way
does
better.
Brambles suck so hard?
Um, and also the Thornmail, we're getting off topic, but the Thornmail upgrade, like so what happens if you, I mean, I guess all tanks have some form of
Most tanks
CC.
have some sort of hard CC.
It's hard CC, right?
Yeah,
So I'm like thinking like Malphite, like you have to ult, and that's the only way to apply that extra grievous wounds.
the 60%. Yeah,
That's pretty.
yeah.
Yes, yeah, that feels bad.
All
Okay,
right, well,
I mean
that's
20,
okay. We'll
20
we'll.
but 20%
Oh, go ahead.
early. That's pretty big.
That's gonna hurt. That's
Unless
gonna hurt
the
for
per
sure.
there because there's no way they're gonna max this first.
No,
The
no.
Q is the bread and butter. Okay, Aurelia, I'm fuck this
This
champion.
champion then just yeah.
She just got she got an adjustment, I think, but it was
Yep.
very overpowered. Um, so let's see. So
It
the
made her a little bit more late game, right?
yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah,
Because I know
that's what
they
I thought.
reduced the max amount for her passive stacks from 5 to 4. I I can't remember what if they changed those numbers because she gets extra on hit magic damage per stack and then she gets
Yep.
attack speed. So they put the 4. Let's see. So the damage ratio. Why does tell me why an ability that is damage reduction? Why does it gotta do damage? Why does it gotta do damage?
You know, well, it looks like they're dropping a lot of it. I mean, 10%, and then 30% of the max AD. That's a lot.
So okay, so they're kind of gutting the damage. The damage reduction does not look like it got hit that much. It's 10
10 late
yeah, 10 late and then on the physical
and
and then
5 on
5.
the magic. Yeah.
So I mean, I guess that's not okay. I'm just stupid and I didn't read the second part. So that's telling me they want it more to be a defensive ability than an offensive
Yep.
ability.
Well, no, you answered your question. Why is that an offensive
That's what
ability?
I'm
It's
saying. Like
it's not
why
supposed to be. It's supposed to be defensive. That's why.
why am I it's whatever. Fuck
They,
that.
they just incentivize these champions to go all in and go ham because if you don't, uh, the build get really weird and don't do any good for either of them, for either version. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, we'll go down to the old
Okay.
Kale. Not a big one here. Not a very big one at all.
I know
A
I haven't
whopping 4 base MR removed,
because they're
and
trying to push her out of mid lane. I think the only person only streamer I've been watching. I've watched Nemesis. He like spams Kale and he plays
Oh,
mid.
really?
But I mean, he's Korea, like rank one bullshit, whatever. The only Kales we've seen, I think, is just top lane. I don't. I played. She's good. I think four magic resist is nothing
I
crazy.
think the game doesn't just support her at the moment. It does in low elo, but in high elo, the games are about 25 minutes.
Yeah,
Kayla's never getting off the ground in 25 minutes. And
exactly.
and
You're not getting to
if
level
she's off the
16.
ground, if she's off the ground, she's either been on the team that's whooped you, or the game's like 45 minutes and then she's level 18 and full power and is going to annihilate anybody that comes next to her. But I think she's just a very tough champion to play, much tougher than some of the other hyper carries or some of the other scaling champions like Nasus or like
It's
a
just,
Kog'Maw.
I mean, I guess she's decently safe, but that levels 1 to 6 are so brutal just because she's not ranged. And like
Yeah,
we play with junglers who like sit. I don't even know where I'm going with this. They just don't do
patience,
anything.
the patient. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They don't do anything. They don't. They're like, oh, okay, this is a late game champion that's dog shit early. We're not gonna gank it. We're gonna let it
Yeah,
scale.
they
Haha.
forgot the part where if you
Shut it.
accelerate the scaling, it's a lot faster. Or if you're on the other side, if you shut down that champion, they're never going to scale. You only got to get like 3 kills,
Yep, they're out of the game.
and they're out of lane for long enough that you can, if you're playing a earlier game champion, you can impose your will.
It's also like I mean, this is specifically for mid lane, but there's so many better champions mid lane
Yeah,
than I don't. No.
yeah.
All right, we got
All right,
Kennen. We got Kennen.
moving on to Cannon with the Q
So
damage.
Q, there. Feel like there. A lot of the changes are they're messing around with a lot of ratio. I mean, I guess is what. Okay, so 10 base. No. Oh, it goes up. Okay, so
Five
10.
percent total and
And then
10
base
to
damage is
10 to
10,
30 base. Yeah,
15, and then 20, and then
or 30.
25.
Or is it
No,
25? No, it's got to
that's
be 30.
yeah. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, Kennan's one of those champions you don't see a whole lot, especially in Arilo. I feel like he takes a whole team to operate correctly or pilot correctly. He's got to really get that slicing maelstrom,
Yeah,
otherwise
if you
he's
don't get a good ulti, you're
useless.
just quit the game. Just alt F4
Yeah, he
and just leave.
he does not have enough tanky stats, and you can't build enough tanky items on him to make it worth it. So it's like, dude, you either gotta blow him up or get the hell out of here.
Yeah, again, I can't remember the last time I saw Kale or excuse me, Kennen. I think the like
I
three
think I
or
saw it support last time. The
God,
last time I saw it.
God damn. I think
Yeah, someone thought they were in Korea, on the wrong side of the planet for that.
I mean, I think as far as top lane goes, I think. Well, I mean, this might be it because I don't think. Trying to think of the
So
ranged
you
top
might be
laners.
okay. You have the resurgence of Ornn and some of the other tanks coming back, and Kennen seems to do okay in those matchups because he does get tankier than like a Quinn, and he does pump out a lot of damage, and he's a good team engage, and so he tends to do okay into the tanks because he's pretty safe and allowed to poke them off and whatnot.
I mean, I guess he's one of those champions that's always going to offer your team something.
Yeah,
So even if he's, like 0 and 5, if he has one item and he can get in there and ult, then, that's pretty useful. And they're buffing the AP ratio. I don't know. I might try that out. I don't think
we'll,
I've
we'll
ever.
see. We'll see how good Kennen is when Impact starts playing him again.
Oh my god. I don't know, man. I don't know about if he will. Who did he fucking he destroyed? Did he play Aatrox? Who did he fucking play this past weekend? He set the record for the
Yeah,
largest gold lead at 10 minutes, like 4,000 gold.
yeah, it was
God,
that lane swap. I think it was an Aatrox, so they were swapping lanes back and forth.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
that was an interesting one. But anyways,
Mordekaiser.
uh,
So I'm
yeah,
I'm
yeah, Kennen's done. So Mordekaiser,
I'm
we
really
go.
happy about this one because he's one of the other champions I used to play a lot of, and this is pretty big because this W is the cooldown's going down by 2 seconds. Yes, which is great. And then the damage, the mitigation that you store of the damage you deal is up 10%. So as
I
long
didn't
as
even know he worked like that. To be honest with you, I don't
so
play enough of this champion.
so basically so that the bar that's underneath him That when
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
fills up, so that's you
That's
that
okay.
fills up as you deal damage and as you receive
Yeah,
damage.
just like his old passive. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God, Mm,
Yeah, pizza
that
feet.
the pizza feet exactly. So now as he's doing more damage, that bar is gonna fill up faster.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. That
So
makes
you're gonna
sense.
be able
That's
to get a
awesome.
bigger shield earlier,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
pretty good.
You know what's
That's
funny? I'm thinking about Mordekaiser. I'm thinking about old Mordekaiser, the first rework when you could grab the dragon. And I was playing TFT the other day, and I had Viego, and it was against one of the dragon rounds. He actually grabbed the dragon soul, and I was like, "Oh, dude, it's just like Mordekaiser."
did the game crash afterwards?
No, it should have. It should have, because I didn't think I'd get that far with the Viego to begin with. But hey, we made it out, and that's like old Mordekaiser. Anyways, that was off topic. Mordekaiser, a little bit tankier, bigger shield, a little bit faster.
I kind of like, yeah, that's gonna be good. All right, Nidalee.
Nidalee, awful for low elo. If you're not gold and you're trying to play this champion, stop.
I just she's like a power farmer, right?
She's a power farmer, but she's a power ganker because she has gap
She can.
close and she has a massive amount of damage with the javelin. But
I mean, health
uh,
growth and higher health. That's a lot. I feel like
yeah,
20,
yeah,
25 HP at level one,
yeah.
and an
And then
extra
getting an
10 per
extra
level.
10 every level, it's an extra 180. So you're basically getting extra 200 health total at level 18,
It's
which
not
is
bad.
great. That's more than a ruby crystal. So that's like a 400 gold value right there.
Honestly, the only Nidalees I ever see on my team are like they land us.
Awful.
Yeah, yes, they land that spear and they jump into like four people
They jump into four people, press EQ, and then they're dead.
and then they question mark
Yeah,
ping me when
question me,
I'm
why didn't you go
fucking
in? It's like, oh,
I'm
sorry, I
top lane,
can't
dude.
jump. Yes,
I'm top
sorry, I
lane.
can't jump from mid to bot. Like,
I'm
relax.
I'm top lane. I'm missing my fucking melees, dude.
Yeah, just leave me
You
alone.
leave me alone, okay? Okay, cool. Don't give a shit about Nidalee. All right, Rel.
Just throw a javelin and run away.
So I remember
Rel, another champion with a
you
lance.
were playing a lot of Rel when she first came out.
I was, and then that's when I learned I'm not that good at this champion. However, she is really fun once you get the hang of her. It took me about 15 games to finally understand her kit and the best way to use it. And actually, that came a lot from watching. Surprisingly, from watching professionals. Usually, when you watch someone professional, it just makes you feel like a bigger pile. But um, she, when you hit that full WE combo and you really just wreck a team, it feels like playing Alistair, except with a little bit more safety. Because then you have the Ferromancy or what's the ultimate called? Gravity Field.
Yeah,
Um,
the
so
Magna Storm. Magna Storm.
yeah, Magnastorm. That's what's called Magnastorm. And yeah, it's a she's a fun champion. She really did get knocked out last patch, but she's a champion of higher risk but high reward, kind of like Leona. Like you're going in, you're not coming back. You're going in.
I feel like they need more of it because I feel like as far if we're talking about pro play, it's Leona. I think we
Rel,
see.
Alistair.
Yeah, well, I mean Rel not right now.
Not right now because yeah,
I
she
see
got
it's
nerfed pretty hard.
like Thresh every once in a while, but for sure Alistair, Leona, and then Nautilus is what I feel
Not oh
like
yeah, not yeah.
see a lot
You
of.
just want the hook.
Mm.
I want the hook, and then there's some Leonas too with the for the ultimate.
So hopefully, I
Um,
mean, 2 seconds. That's pretty noticeable, I guess.
that's
Did
very
you
noticeable.
was that what you maxed W first?
Um, God, it's been a while since I played her. I think you max W, yeah. Then you go WEQ. And even though the Q has that little heal on it, that heal is dumb and useless.
It's like the
N-
Rakan Q and heal.
yeah, it might be worse. It might be worse. At least Rakan can heal 5 champions if he lands it, you know?
True, true, true. Okay, so we got
But
Rumble. Oh, we got a lot here. Okay,
Ramble, oh
so
god, Freak's gonna lose his mind over this one.
system bug fixes and quality of life. So I know it's a lot had to do a lot with his overheat, and the reason it was so broken is because they buffed. I think it was before MSI. They buffed his passive to do. I believe it did extra damage to large monsters, and it gave him a lot of attack speed. And so I'm just trying to read this through, start decaying. So okay, there was bugs where it would start the overheat. or the heat would start decaying at inconsistent times. Okay, so that's
Yep.
pretty annoying. And then let's see,
He
immediately.
immediately overheats. I think he was like Gnar. You had to like use a skill or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So then when he would, okay, so he'd be able to cast an extra ability before he was
Yeah,
silenced. Okay, so that was pretty broken. Normally no longer he reaches the previous values when undoing shop purchases. Okay, I had no idea about that. And now correctly indicates heat duration 5.5 seconds, 5.25 seconds.
five and a
Yeah.
quarter. Yeah,
Overheat duration. I
it
don't know
just
what that
tells you.
means. And
It's
then
just tooltip tells you what's going on, and then the E he doesn't
I like
stop
I
moving.
like
But
that. That one's good because normally it's really annoying when you just he literally stops moving and you fire the harpoon out. That's good.
that's stupid.
That was why I don't.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, that was a easy one. We're on to Shyvana, and I still got to ask the question of why Riot thinks it's good that this champion builds AP glass cannon instead of the AD bruiser that she was built to be. And don't get me wrong, I understand that having multiple builds that are viable are great. The problem is there's one build that's viable, and it's the off meta build,
Yeah, and which is becoming the main. It's like
which is now at this point is the meta build. But like,
it's just so weird that they're like really pushing it.
yeah,
I mean, I guess okay, she's a fucking dragon. Cool. She fucking spits fire on everybody.
yeah.
I get it.
But
It
like
just
now, they're literally making her AP ratio on her Q even better. You're just encouraging that. Why are you encouraging your AD bruiser to be an AP glass cannon? Still, I don't get it.
it's weird. It's a very weird.
She definitely sits in a weird space.
I really wished. I mean, I know Udyr needed that rework bad, but I really wanted Shyvana to get it because I feel like I don't know. Maybe Udyr is just another pizza foot dude that needs to get those fixed. I don't know.
Classic deer.
I hope Shyvana is soon after that though. All right,
I'm
so
with you. I'm with you. Anyways, we'll go on here
Silas.
to Silas with a
Okay,
Q
let's go.
detonation damage. That makes sense. And they're decreasing the heal on the W. Thank God. More stupid, insane champions that you have to build Grievous to is more annoying. Like, why does he have to have so much healing? Um, but I gotta say the Akshan aesthetic always kind of reminded me of Silas, even though his skills reminded me of Lucian.
Hmm.
So I wonder if, and sometimes you see this, like Seraphine came in and Sona was pushed out of the meta. I wonder if Silas will fell that same fate, or if he's going to be able to stick around long enough.
I feel like I like the idea of Silas because there's not enough AP bruisers in the game.
Yeah,
Things like Silas, Mordekaiser. I'm trying to think of another. I mean, I don't want to call Shyvana an AP bruiser because she's not. She's a straight glass cannon. Because it's
Gwen could be an AP bruiser though.
yeah, that's fair. Okay, so Gwen's another one. I just feel like there's not enough, and I mean, I'm totally down with reducing healing because
Yeah,
it's still gonna. It's okay. So it's 50 base heal, 50 base HP.
it's
Go to heal.
five. Yeah, it looks like it's 5 to 25 base, and then 5% reduction as well. So it's not a huge reduction.
Plus,
The maximum is more reduced, but still not a huge reduction. I mean, 250 plus 80% AP, you're probably talking like a 500, 400, 500 point heal is a lot.
but this, you max W first on this champion too, so
Oh yeah, even dumber.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
Anyways,
Syndra.
Syndra.
So
Oh, this is a simple one. She needs to get more spheres out. The more spheres she has, the more her ultimate
20%,
does.
20 less mana at level one. That's pretty big.
Yeah, that's pretty big,
That's good.
and it looks like it scales up to the same later. So, that's good for Syndra. That's putting Syndra back in the game.
I feel like
Um,
she's never really been out, at least for pro play. You see that
she's
champion like every game.
she yeah, she always finds her way in, and I think part of it was when they redid or when they did the rework, and was it true damage on her W? I think at first, and then they had to remove the true damage, and it was like, well, Scout of the Week is still a really good team fight skill, and being able to all in someone with 6 or 7 orbs is also
Uh huh.
worth it.
I mean, it curves back to what it is at rank 5. So it's
Yeah,
just supposed to help her get through those early. Plus the fact that there's not that many mana items in this game anymore. I guess you could get tier.
You can get the regen, but there's really no mana items. You have to buy regen,
So,
and that's not always ideal when you're playing a mage that needs the AP.
hmm hmm I
But
mean, oh, maybe I'll play some. I don't. I feel like
Syndra.
this is like she's. I don't understand this. She's less presence in pro. I mean, maybe I'm just ignorant because I only watch LCS. But I
But I
feel
haven't
like
seen her in low elo in forever.
I just feel like
People don't know how to play her into assassins. They just lose.
just get dicked on by her. All
Yeah,
right,
that's it. That's exactly it.
all right. So we got Thresh. Okay, so we got a
Oh, here's my
cooldown.
guy.
Cooldown increased on the Flay.
Oof. Well, that's not a big deal. It looks like it's 2 seconds early, and then 1 second late, which really, again, not that big of a deal because it doesn't affect his passive, at least in terms of damage. And usually you're gonna Q and then go in and then flay backwards. So you're not really killing him, but you are hurting him in the instances where some players that are better than me at Thresh can walk into a bush and just flay you and then hook you and ruin your life, you know. Um, very, very minor point.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
No, this won't push him anywhere either. He's too much utility with the dark passage and the death sentence to ever push out of play. He's like you said about Syndra, she's always viable in every meta. I feel like Thresh is always viable in every meta.
Yeah, back that. All right, Viego. So they're
This champion.
trying to push him out of. They're trying to put him back in the jungle because a lot of people are just again in pro play. I mean, I don't see anything but Viego. Well, okay, first of all, this is my perma ban. I don't see this champion because I ban him every fucking game. I don't want to see this
Yeah.
champion. He's too broken. People do not know how to play against him. They like to group up with his fucking ultimate, get 4,069 resets, and then yeah. So
Well, what's weird to me is that when this champion came out, he was like touted as an assassin, and I feel like he's only an assassin in a team fight setting, but like 1v1, Viego's probably not going to kill you.
mm,
He's
maybe.
pretty squishy. He's squishier than like
So
Yasuo.
to be fair, I think he's in um drawn out fights. I think he's gonna destroy you because the fact that he do
If he
build.
could stand in his mist, he'll
Yeah,
destroy
that's
you.
the
But
thing. He has to
without
be.
his mist, he's nothing.
I mean, I think two items because he's going built Sunder. You know,
Shield bow, and collector. You can go Sunder or
I think
collector,
Sunder or Bork
yeah, you can do that too.
is like you can't out heal.
Just
Like he's just gonna
heals,
out heal
yeah.
you. He's gonna have an invulnerability. He's gonna have a stun. He's gonna have a stun
His
and a
R
gap
lets him
closer.
literally hop over skill shots.
Executing damage. Get the
I
reset.
literally played an ARAM the other day where this Viego. I was playing Morgana, and I don't think I landed a single stun on him because every time I thought I had him, he would just ulti right over the stun. I'm like, who is this guy, and what scripts is he using? It's ARAM,
That's bullshit, dude.
dude. It was so dumb.
Okay, so basically, yeah, so they're dropping the base damage on his Q, which is good, and then they're increasing. So again, yeah, they're just trying to push him back. They're not letting him heal off
Yeah, I see
lane
bonus damage
minions.
against monsters, and yeah,
That's a
really
pretty big
cutting
one.
that
Yeah,
healing.
50 to
Forty
10%.
percent, a
That's
lot.
that's big. God bless. Oh, okay. Again, doesn't affect me because I banned the champion, so I don't. It's whatever.
Yeah, but all right, we'll go right down the list. The old monkey, Mr. Wukong, getting a health regen decrease. He needs that. Like he's really strong, especially early with the armor shred and then the invisibility, the
Yeah, that
the the trickster games he plays with the invisibility, which is definitely needed to his kit. He needs that because he needs an escape. But that champion does just blow people up like an assassin, and it's
yeah,
absolutely insane.
he's like one of the sleeper. I always like again. I'll ban if I'm playing top lane. I ban Viego. I just don't want to see that champion. I'll keep saying that all fucking night. But then there'll be like games where I see a Wukong and I'm just sitting there in champ select. I'm like, Here we go.
Will you play?
This guy is gonna fucking run Ignite. He's just gonna
Yep.
fucking teabag me all fucking laning phase, and then like he's just gonna take over the game because he's a lane bully. He has invisibility. He's a way out,
You have
and then
the double alt.
he has a hard, yeah, exactly. He has a hard engage, and he's a team fighting monster.
Yeah.
They should just, instead of 2.5 from 4 to 2.5, it should be just 4 to 0. Just don't give him any fucking health regen. Make it 0.
Right.
Just make it 0. Yeah, I didn't fucking. Okay.
All
All right,
right,
Zaya.
we'll head down to Zaya
This is the
with the
last champion
cooldown
here.
decrease on the ultimate. So she is going to like that a
So
lot. I
20
know
and
players
then
are going to like that a lot.
20,
It's
25,
really
and then
great.
30. That's good because I rarely see
The
that champion.
getaway combo with the RE is just super nice. It's also really great at team fight just to dodge some bullshit and then stun the whole entire team and then watch your team mop them up. Good champion. That's a good buff. She needs something. She's useless right now. I've played her and I've seen some people play her and she doesn't do anything.
I just think it's gonna come down to is she better than Kaisa?
Kaisa,
No, I
yeah,
don't think she's better than Kaisa.
Kaisa
She
just
has
reigns supreme.
like Zaya has hard CC. That's neat, but like
Saya's only better than Kaisa when you have Rakan. Otherwise, she's
yeah,
not. She needs the extra buffs with Rakan, especially the damage off the W.
it's. I think yeah, she has to be the Rakan, otherwise it's not worth playing this champion.
Not right now. Not
Yeah,
right
no,
now.
I remember when they first came out, that was the most broken. I think Rakan was more broken than
I think
Zaya,
so. I
but
think so. But they felt pretty. They felt pretty even. I felt like I didn't really know how to play Rakan, which is why I felt like if you learned him, he was more broken. Whereas Zaya was a little more straightforward. She's a champion of kiting, but she's not gonna all in you because she can't.
I think might just also suffer from the same like mythic item because I feel like Gale Force
Gale
or
Force is nice for her because it gives her a dash in the forward direction that she never had.
but yeah,
Um,
I don't see her
Shield Bow,
building.
Shield Bow or Kraken Slayer are probably better in terms of damage output.
Mhm.
She forgoes building a lot of lifesteal, so Shield Bow is probably pretty nice. But like, you're right, she doesn't have like a set item that's really good for her. Not like a Jin or even Jin is off kind of weird, but not like an Ash that's got a set item or an Ezreal.
Don't even Ezreal can build literally any fucking item in the game and just
He could, but
yeah,
that's what makes a champion kind of fun though. He's got the most versatility.
indeed. Okay, so let's finished up with the champions. We got items.
One item,
So
not
the
even items, item, like
so
Riot Game.
Hullbreaker. So I'm about this because I've when this first came out, I think it was a 2 patches ago. Whenever it first came out, I was like, yeah, this is a dog shit first item build. Unless I'm like playing Scion, where I know I'm gonna die, and all I'm gonna do is just fucking push the lane. But it's it just didn't like. I don't think it's definitely not a good first item. It doesn't even feel good as like a third item. So I don't know. So they're increasing the resistances, which is later. They're increasing it later.
Yeah, so you get a little bit more scaling.
So from levels 9 to 8. So okay, explain that to me. So do I have to be level 9 for those bonuses to kick in? Is that what that
That's
means?
a great question. It could be. That could be why it's a duty
See,
item.
this is what I'm talking about. You're never gonna get content like this because you got two dumbasses that don't know what these playing this game for 7 years and we still don't know like what
Well,
does
in
that
fairness,
mean?
this is a new item, right?
I know, but a lot of the
Right?
time their descriptions are very vague, and we just spend like 20 minutes trying to figure out what the fuck that means. So I'm gonna
I'm not
assume.
seeing anything on here. I'm assuming it's just higher later.
I mean,
I'm looking at the wi-
so I
yeah,
guess
so it says 20 to 60 based on level. And so level 1 would give you 20. By level 10 you'd have 24.44, 11, 28.89, so it would scale up from there. So yeah, you wouldn't start to see any scaling until level 9 or 10.
so I think that's what they're trying to push it to be like a second or third item.
Yeah.
They don't want you building this first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Um,
Cool.
I
Well,
don't.
I guess
Maybe
we'll.
this split pushing.
Yeah.
I don't
There's
know.
not much. Yeah. Split pushing. They don't want it to ensue from the beginning of the game. They want it to be a little bit more of a late game strategy to win, which whatever. I guess that makes it a little more risk reward. Um,
I mean,
but hey,
split pushers. I feel like we just played a game earlier, and I was playing Nasus. Like no one stopped me. Like you just in low elo, if you're all you can literally split push your way to victory because everyone's gonna be
you
so
could.
focused on team
That's why
fighting. Tryndamere.
Trindamere is a
Hmm.
good low elo champion. Nasus is pretty solid. Um, Fizz is pretty solid too.
If you build Hullbreaker on Fizz, I'm suplexing you.
Fizz isn't even meta right now,
I
so
know. I know.
I haven't seen a Fizz in a hot minute because he's just kind of weak. But that's neither here nor there. We're on to the ultimate spellbook updates,
I'm
which
not.
this is the for fun game mode that I don't really care
I'm
for.
I'm not too interested in going in depth on this. I mean, thank God, first of all, they're removing Undying Rage. That you don't need
They're
that shit,
moving on Dying Rage and
and they're
trading with
Unstoppable Force.
Malphite, Unstoppable Force, which is
That's cool.
perfect, great, good ultimate. And
I don't care about champion nerfs. What else we got? Anything different? Summoner Rift rank split. Okay. Clash.
Clash
Okay. Bug
and quality of life
fixes.
bug
Not
fixes.
too interested.
Okay.
And then we just got the new skins that are coming out, which are pretty sick.
Is
I
Sentinel the
don't
only one I
understand.
really care about? Oh yeah, I don't understand Cyberpop action. That doesn't make sense. I don't know who did that, but someone in the skins team. Well,
It's
it's not even
so.
just that person. About 5 people in the skins team need to be fired for letting that through because
I
that makes
think
no
I
sense.
think the issue is he's coming out during like he's literally so like all these champions have. I don't know how to explain it because like
But like, then just
this
why not delay the release though?
well, he needs to be in this event because this is like this event is canon, meaning these Sentinel skins are gonna be canon.
Yeah.
But it's so he
Then why not just make him a skin that fits?
his default is literally
Is
a
the one
scent.
that fits?
Yeah, it was kind of like was it Yoni? I remember Yoni's like default. I don't know. It was something like
Yeah,
that.
Yoni's default fit in there, but I think his alternate fits in there too, though. Spirit Blossom Yoni.
It's true. Yeah.
But
And
yeah, it's weird.
it's just so I'm like looking at these six skins and it's just stand. It's like,
Hey, like, yeah, it's green and gold, and then you're like, oh, pink and blue.
and then I don't understand this Thresh one. I'm hoping there's some part of this
I
event that
There's
explains
got to be
this.
something. It looks sick, and I'll be one to tell you I haven't played regular plain green Thresh in so long because I actually prefer Deep Sea, but this would make me go back to like a regular Thresh, and I'm pretty stoked about it to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah. So six skins. Um, that's I think that's it though. That was uh
Yeah,
that was fun. So yeah, I think if you appreciate, or if you enjoyed listening to this, watching this, whatever you find yourself viewing this on,
doing.
feel free to reach out, give us some tips, some advice, anything you liked, anything you didn't like. We're not experts at the game. We like the game, and this is our own views and opinions on it, which gonna say is probably a lot of shit we said is wrong and probably not like the right way to look at this stuff, but I think that's where the fun is because
Yeah,
this is a different
it's just
perspective.
a lower elo perspective on it.
This
Exactly,
is why we're not
exactly.
gonna fucking get any higher ranked.
That's all right. If I just get to gold in the base game, besides TFT, I'll be pretty happy about that.
All right, so cool. That was the first one we did. We'll be back hopefully to do 11.16 in a couple weeks. So awesome.
We will catch up with you guys then.
All right. See you later.
Later.